Hi, I'm Mark Schneider, you're watching Schneider Classics, and I bought another car. Oh boy, here we go again. This car was listed up on Facebook for like 400 bucks, and where I live, you can't buy a car for fucking 400 bucks. Why? Because I can scrap this car right now for $420. The reason I know that is because I did it last year with like the exact same car. So it popped up for 400 bucks. I was like, all right, yeah, let's go do this. It's a car I know, it's a car I love, it's a car I know that's reliable. We didn't got it. Got him down to 350, so 350 bucks, and I bought a car. And how much do I trust this car before we even start digging into the damn thing? Because I haven't taken anything off yet. I have some video I'll show here. I drove the damn car home 40 minutes. Like, paid the guy. He's like, you didn't come back tomorrow and take it. And I'm like, no, I'm taking it right now. He's like, I don't know if it'll get out. It was buried in snow. I was like, screw it. Turned the key, started it, and drove home. But I trust this car so damn much, and I believe that it's a good car to build and stuff, with just looking at it, glancing at it and stuff like that, that I've already spent $900 in parts. Am I a little bit stupid sometimes? Is that okay? Yeah. Let's uncover this car.
I'll be moving on. How could I ever be with you after all you put me through? You feel like fever, fever every night. Fever, fever when we fight. Fever, fever in my head, in my mind. I was blinded by your lies. You were never real. You blew me up and broke me down. This is how I feel.
So I'm pretty sure I got a steal of a deal on this car, because one, I drove it home, there's no check engine lights, the thing runs great, all the lights work on the damn thing. I mean, it's like you get a polish, 100%, so get that one. Yeah, no, they're the plastic counterparts. Might replace them with the earlier generation glass ones. This car needs both front fenders, bumper, needs rocker panels, a little bit of rear quarter work, needs a muffler. I already have the rockers and the quarter panel patches and the muffler. I'm getting the front clip stuff soon. We have brand new seats for it. Like, we got a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be doing to this car. But if you've been watching the channel for a long time, you've known I love these J-bodies like hell. I just love them. They're beautiful. They run forever. They're awesome. This car's got a spoiler on it, the factory spoiler, which I love. I prefer that look way more than the deck light. I'm not a huge fan of the 95 to 02 look, but that's fine, because like I said, I paid 300 bucks for the car. I live in the Central Prairies. Good luck finding a car for $5,000. Safety, that's road safe. Oh, I'm hoping this car will cost me under $2,000 to fucking fully do up. And then either we sell it for $5,000 or the girl keeps it, because I have the Camaro. Command start fucking works on the damn thing. Command start on a 21-year-old car. So this car is a clean title, even though it obviously shouldn't be. You can see all this. The fender got pushed into the door. This is common. I did this on one of mine when I put the Lambo doors on one of my past cars. It just, when you push up against this door, the door is so freaking strong because it's good steel. It rolls the fender in. So the fenders got pushed in a little bit because the guy told me he was exiting his driveway and hit a deer. Obviously he didn't hit a deer strong enough because the hood's just got a little pinch there. It's a plastic bumper. These bumpers are known for dying. All the marker lights are still here and they all work, so that's fine. The bumper is in pretty good shape for being plastic. Like, these things always break right there.
So he didn't hit it fast enough because he just pushed the fenders back a little bit. So they just got shifted a little bit. They get pinched. You can see how close this is. They get pinched in this door gap and they just fold in. That's very common on these cars, especially with that, you can tell. So here's where I got to do a bit of rear quarter work. But as much as that looked bad, me just ripping apart the metal, yeah, like that's metal. It's not metal anymore. This is a flat piece of metal. Like there's a bit of a curve coming down from it. We might remove these because I'm not a fan of these at all. I prefer just a straight look. It's up to the girl though, if we keep these or not. But they'll be coming off. I'll be cutting a patch for this. We have brand new rockers. Look, all the undermetal though it's all there. So strong. Oh, the glass is good. Underneath she's solid. Oh, if I can stick you underneath here. Solid car. Little bit of work right here and stuff needed. Look, she's not rusted through here, which is normally bad. There's a little bit of bubbling, but she's not rusted through, so I'm gonna clean that up and we're gonna paint that while we do everything else. Freaking tab works, which is also rare on these because these, it's just a little metal tab that tensions and a little spring in here, so it's just a little bit of tension. Normally these get bent or that spring pops out or anything, they get old. That works. A little bit of bubbling right here. Oh, okay, I lied. A lot more than bubbling. That's gonna be a project. I didn't realize. That's a little more than bubbling. That's why I have impact gloves. That right there. That's all fine. That's all fixable. That's all pretty flat metal that I can fix. That sucks. Oh, I should have done that now, and I have to tape that up so no snow gets in the hole. This side's not bad. It's just the bottom there. Up top here, it's all good. But that's pretty normal because these things will rot around the gas cap because your filler hose and all that stuff's in there. So snow just gets thrown up in here and moisture just collects because your gas is here. So that's pretty normal. That's actually kind of funny. That's like a perfect freaking hole. But again, light works, reverse lights, backup lights. There's your top brake light, the spoiler, which I love. I don't like having that brake light in there. I prefer having it here. This looks better. The Pontiac lights up, and that's actually kind of something that's great that got taken away in the newer versions of the car. They got rid of that, which kind of sucks because that's beautiful. As you can see, moisture just collects up in there because this is just where the panel sits. So it collects. That's all silicone from the factory. So this will all come out. This will be a job. Unbolt this. This is where your vent is, behind the panel. Obviously behind the bumper. So the bumper will have to come off to fix that. Good old spare tire. The spare tire though, the spare tire carrier is mint. There's no rust there. Like the car obviously needs a good cleaning. It got well used. Like if we pull this side back, see? Oh, that's mint. There's no rust in there. That's always good to look for and stuff like that. That's mint. That side has that hole, obviously. The trunk pan's mint. Obviously interior needs to be cleaned up a bit. This side trim's already fallen off. Like I said, I prefer it without, so we might just take it off completely. There's that door pinching that fender. This seat is torn, so we got new seats coming for it. The back seat's pretty good. Older style seat. Might just actually have some SS leather seats coming in for her. So E-brake's all good. It's got an aftermarket radio already. It's missing the cup holder and ashtray, so I'm guessing no, it would come with it because it has this. It has the smoker package, but it's missing the cup holder and the ashtray. I might have that really. This clip is broken. That's pretty normal on these cars for this to go. That rear vent window, these vent covers are gone. I might be able to find that one when we go and get some of the front clip stuff, and same with that. Oh, of course, now it has a service light. But other than that, it's great. It has a service light, because who knows when's the last time this thing's been serviced and an oil change. It's black, but I drove it home like this. It runs, it drives, it's fine. Like, it's beautiful. And the oil is cheap on this thing. I can tell. So you can see this, all this seat trimming. That's another reason where they replaced the seats. Even though they look fine and it looks like it's only this patch. Look, there's been mice in this. So this seat's probably compromised. That's a brand new filter for this and a brand new lug nut. Because the guy replaced all the lug nuts on it because one broke off, so he's like, oh, I have to replace them all. And he was doing an oil change on it. Kept the oil, but gave me the oil filter, which is a Wix oil filter. These cars are the, here, let's pop the hood, are the 2.2, well, in this car is the 2.2 Iron Duke. Well, it's not an Iron Duke, it is derivative of the Iron Duke. So the Iron Duke came out and, well, this is the aftermath, this is the child. So as you can see, look at that. Like, these engines are pretty unkillable. No matter what you do with them, like brand new battery, that's awesome. Like, let's see, not the best cranking, 665, Walmart battery. There's the date code on it. Date code has not been punched out, so I actually can't tell the age, but oh well. Here, you can see, block heater, charging, that's cool. Like, it needs to top off and all the fluids. Here's your cruise control. So this controls your cruise control. It's just a little lever on the throttle, which is over here. Cold in, well, not cold in. This is your intake here. So over here, and that goes into the fender down there, which adds some structure. Good struts. The struts look like they might be newer than the car itself, but this is a nice thing. There's no rot around here, which they rot around here fairly often, and the strut itself rots right here, and that's how you can tell the engine bay starting to get rotting, because if it's rotting here, it's most likely rotting down there and everything else. Let me turn off the car. I forgot, you have to push the brake to disengage the electric start. So these cars, if it's rotting around here and all that, you are most likely rotting down below between these between all these circuits, because moisture likes to come up to the highest point for the most part, and because it gets trapped in this little air bubble and stuff like that, if it's rotting here, it's most likely rotting down there, is what I've always found. But this engine bay, you can see in here, I can see all the paint in there. I don't see any rust flaking on any of the edges here. And here, even though a lot of the bolts are not rusted, which is a surprise. Underneath there, she looks fine. The harness looks okay. This looks a little chewed, but it does have AC. So if I fix the AC system and get it recharged, which I'm licensed to do here in Canada, this thing is an AC. This is almost a fully optioned car. It is half optioned because one, does not have the sunroof, does not have automatic windows, doesn't have any of that. So it's manual window, but it's an AC car with cruise control. Now the benefits to that is these cruise control modules sometimes go, they're not the best, I'm not gonna lie on that. So who knows how long this cruise control will last. Right now it works beautiful. AC car, know what? Nowadays everyone wants an AC car. That's just how the world is. We all like AC cars because they're nicer to drive in and ride in and everything else. But I prefer the window crank, the manual window crank cars, because your manual crank will not die on you. Versus the electric motors in these cars and the window switch, I have found with a lot of them that I have owned and worked on and such. Oh yeah, the trunk's been banged there a little bit, but I might be able to, you can see this gap here. I can adjust I'll have to adjust the hinge pin, and I'll bring that down. Antenna's been bent, but it still works, so it's been bent back. Give it that little RC look. I love these rims, actually, to be fairly honest. These rims with this body style look good. I prefer these cars in like red and stuff, but we're gonna be painting this car fully. Like, you can tell the top of the rockers are fine, so it's just because this plastic guard collects moisture and it just rots from inside there. At the end of the day, nothing too serious. This is very easy to get into, and these are a lot of things that you should look at when you're buying a car or buying a project car. For me, this car was a no-brainer. We paid $350 for it. Right now you can't buy a car for $5 grand here to have on the road. So if I put $2 grand into this and we have it on the road, we can turn around and sell it for $5 if we really want. If the girl does not like driving this thing, we will sell it. But I love this car. I love working on it. I mean, alongside all of my rusty projects that we get on the road, I got this on the road in a month. This I just bought, but this is awesome. And you can tell, so here's the block heater cord, right and easy to fix. So if you ever have to fix a block heater on this, holy hell, right there we go. Doesn't look like there's anything, like, you can tell this engine is not very bad. There might be a valve gasket leak, like there's a little bit of oil in the front here. I'm not too concerned about that because it's not hard to actually pop that off and replace that gasket if we need be. But if it leaks a little bit of oil, it's an Iron Duke, who cares? If it has oil in it, it'll run forever. Belt doesn't look too bad. All the pulleys move very well and there's no squealing. Like, just an overall good condition, good shape car. I always find it funny, this giant metal coolant pipe right in the front of these old like this is funny because the Ecotechs feel like they're smaller engines than all this, but versus all this, because there's your O2 sensor right before the cat off your manifold, and oh, it's beautiful. I love it. But I guess I should stop talking about this car because I don't know how many of you people actually even care about this. Today my goal is to take off the front clip because I want to take these fenders off because obviously they're no good. This bumper off because it's no good. I need to take all of this off, put it in the park shed now, and we have to take off these side skirts. And well, I guess now I have to take off the rear bumper so we can get to this repair. Yeah, this is maybe her car.
Why's the window open?
Because I was in there running.
Oh.
Because I don't leave any car running unless the window's a little bit down so I can get into it just in case it locks. Yeah. And even though she's not super loud, this muffler is off the hanger. That's not a problem. It has, you can see, it has aerodynamic holes all along the side. So that's done. But obviously, like, look at the underneath of this car. She is clean underneath. I don't understand that. How can a car be so clean underneath, and yet the rockers, and obviously the passenger side where it always rots on these cars, is just so... Like, this is just so rotten here. I mean, other than the interior, like, so, I mean, like I said, again, this will just be a flat piece of metal to go on. That should be good. But I guess I should get to work. Yay. But actually, we're gonna end this video off here because, you know what, I teased you a little bit. I'll show you taking apart the damn car another time. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And know what, that car is gonna be fun. I love sunfires. But stick along and hit that subscribe button because we're going to have a lot more videos on that car. Because, well, I own that car, so it's not going anywhere.
My car, I own it.
Well, okay, she owns the car. It's her car. I'm just doing all the work. See you guys in the next video.